Well, hello and welcome back to Cord Cutting Weekly, the show where we wrap up the past week in cord cutting and streaming news. It is officially November. In fact, it's November 5th, 2021. We were out last week, but we're back now to talk about the latest news. And oh my, there is a lot of news to discuss today. We've got YouTube TV considering different pricing options, Netflix officially launching its gaming efforts, more earnings and subscriber stats, and a bunch more. But first, yes, if you haven't done so already, please do consider clicking on those like and subscribe buttons down below. They really do help out our channel a ton, and you'd have our appreciation as well. And if this is your first time joining us, well, welcome. And for all the stories we're about to discuss today, you'll find links down below in the video description, and those links will take you on over to our news website, cordcuttersnews.com, where you can stay up to date on all things cord cutting and streaming 24/7. Okay, now that we've got the preliminaries out of the way, let's talk about some news, starting with YouTube TV. First up, YouTube TV is apparently exploring different pricing options for its subscribers. The news comes from the live TV streaming service's official Twitter account, where it's been responding to various tweets about price hikes and other complaints. In its response to a tweet that focused on the loss of regional sports networks, the Team YouTube account said, quote, "We understand that our pricing may not work for everyone. We're working on getting more price options in the future." And it seems the same Twitter account has been responding to other complaints with similar comments about exploring more price options. Now, it's worth pointing out that Team YouTube has been using the more flexible options phrasing for more than a year now, and there's no guarantee that more options will equal cheaper options. We could be looking at more channel bundles and sports add-ons on top of a basic YouTube TV package. And you might recall the recent showdown with NBC Universal, where YouTube TV said it might lower its monthly rate if it lost key NBC channels. And if our viewer comments are anything to go by, plenty of folks would be interested in different pricing options from the live TV streaming service. It's all speculation for now, but we'll definitely keep an eye on YouTube TV and report back as we learn more. Next up, after testing its gaming efforts in other countries, Netflix has officially launched what it's calling Netflix Games here in the US. Android users get to try it out first, and this initial launch features a selection of 5 mobile games, including a pair of titles that tie into the Stranger Things franchise. The new Netflix gaming offering is ad-free and does not include in-app purchases. Netflix subscribers with an Android device can play the available games at no additional cost. Of course, you can check out more details in our full post linked down below in the video description. And if you're wondering when iOS users will be able to join in on the fun, stay tuned. Netflix says iOS support is coming soon and will be sure to update when it's available. In the meantime, if you've given Netflix gaming a shot this week, let us know what you think of the available titles so far in the comments section down below. Moving on, we're still getting earnings reports from various companies, and that includes Discovery, which closed Q3 with around 20 million paid subscribers across its services, which of course includes Discovery Plus. And during its earnings call, executives hinted at the possibility of Discovery Plus and HBO Max combining into a single streaming service following the potential merger between Discovery and Warner Media. In fact, Discovery President and CEO David Zaslav said, quote, "We are very excited about our pending merger with Warner Media and the opportunity to bring these two companies together, combining iconic and globally cherished franchises and brands, and positioning us to more efficiently drive global scale across the combined portfolio." And yes, that merger is still in progress and could be approved in the first half of 2022. Now, if Discovery Plus and HBO Max do in fact merge into one service, it's possible they'll first start out by offering some sort of bundle deal, like the group offer for Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN Plus. But yes, there's still plenty left to discover about this potential merger. For now, though, what are your thoughts on the possibility of a combined Discovery Plus and HBO Max service? If you were, say, on the fence about Discovery Plus, would the addition of HBO Max content be enough for you to sign up, and vice versa, of course, for anyone unsure about HBO Max? Let us know in the comment section down below. And speaking of new streaming options, this week, Crackle Plus announced a new streaming service set to launch toward the end of the year. It's called Chicken Soup for the Soul, and it's touted as a female-oriented streaming service focusing on travel, weddings, DIY, reality shows, and more. You'll also have access to dramas, true crime, comedies, and other genres. The service is currently streaming as a free ad-supported channel on Plex, Freecast, and Redbox services. LG channels, Stir, Zumo, and Vizio platforms will add the channel in December. And later this year, Chicken Soup for the Soul will launch as an ad-supported video on-demand service. So feel free to check out the available content and be sure to chime in down in the comments section with your impressions so far. In Sinclair news, the company's hopes for a direct-to-consumer streaming option remain up in the air. In the past few weeks, we've seen comments from Major League Baseball Commissioner Rob Manfred that indicate Sinclair may not have enough rights in place from enough teams to launch a direct-to-consumer service. Meanwhile, industry watcher Rich Greenfield pointed out Sinclair's NBA streaming rights have apparently expired, and the company only has direct-to-consumer rights for a handful of MLB teams. In other words, it looks like Sinclair has a lot of work ahead of it if it indeed plans to launch a Bally Sports DTC service at some point in 2022. In other earnings news, Roku announced an increase of 1.3 million active accounts for Q3, which means the company ended the quarter with around 56.4 million users. Net revenue grew to $680 million, but that fell short of what investors had been projecting. Roku pointed to ongoing supply chain problems as part of the issue. The company cited a drop in TV sales, for example. Meanwhile, that 1.3 million user increase is actually down from Q2's 1.5 million new users. Overall, though, Roku execs indicated they're optimistic about the future, including the company's increased efforts for original and acquired content. Successes in those realms could certainly offset Roku's dependence on streaming hardware and TV sales. For now, though, that does beg the question, with the holiday shopping season underway, perhaps a bit earlier than normal, are you as interested in streaming hardware or new TVs this year? Or are you focusing your efforts elsewhere? You know where to let us know. In still more Q3 news, Sling TV reported that it added around 117,000 new users during the third quarter of 2021. That's a bigger bump than its Q2 increase and puts the live TV streaming service at just over 2.5 million subscribers overall. And in case you're curious, that's the highest user total since 2019, when Sling TV peaked at 2.69 million users. And since that 2019 period, the service has gone through some peaks and valleys, so to speak, as far as user growth is concerned. So far this year, though, Sling has added roughly 82,000 new users. And of course, you can find out more in our full post linked down below in the video description. And by the way, if you're curious about how various streaming services and other companies fared during the third quarter of 2021, be sure to check out our news website, cordcuttersnews.com, for all the latest. And last but not least, we've got still more channels arriving on Pluto TV. This week, the ad-supported free streaming service added some 10 more channels to its lineup. And as you might have guessed for this time of year, those new additions include a healthy dose of holiday programming to check out. There's the Pluto TV Christmas channel, which, yes, focuses on Christmas movies and other content. Meanwhile, Pluto TV Mistletoe offers holiday romance and drama. You'll also get some dedicated fireplace and holiday light channels in case you needed some extra ambiance. There are some non-holiday options in case you're curious. For example, there's a new Lego Kids TV for family-friendly content from brands like Ninjago, City, and more. And if you do tune in to any of these new content options, feel free to sound off in the comment section about your thoughts so far. And so there you go, those were some of the top cord-cutting and streaming headlines from the past week. And as we always say around here, thank you for watching. And again, if you haven't gotten around to it just yet, maybe take a moment to click on those like and subscribe buttons down below. It is a great way to support our channel, and it helps signal to YouTube that it should recommend our content to more and more people, which in turn helps us grow our cord-cutting community. And until next time, my name is Philip Palermo. Thanks again for tuning in, and I hope you all have a safe and enjoyable weekend. We'll see you all next week. Take care.